What are you making now?
Well, now is the big experiment.
Okay.
What time is it?
1:10.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Or less. Yeah, an hour.
Perfect. Go ahead. To finish up, this is a total experiment. We'll see what happens. I have no idea. But we're trying to make an ice cream comparable to Cinnabon ice cream, which isn't available. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, put it down. What are you doing?
Crystal, it's in the ice cream room. It's in the kitchen.
Get out of here.
Make sure you try some. It's great.
Get out of here. What?
Candy cane Oreo cookie. Italian ice.
So what I did while you weren't looking was I went out and bought some good ice cream. I took 5 quarts, a little less than 5 quarts, 4.5 quarts of mix. And I took about 15 honey buns. Little honey buns, packaged Little Debbie honey buns. That's all I could find. So I bought those and I froze them, and the noise you heard was grinding them up. And I thought rather than throw them in there, while we're waiting, I put them in here with the mix, and I'm infusing it. And we'll add a little cinnamon, make it like a Cinnabon. Okay, honey bun. That's what you always call me anyway.
What'd you call them?
Honey bun. And so this has been infusing a little bit and sitting here a little bit. Now, truth be known, I would have liked them to be much more frozen and much more granular and much more dissolved. But this is live TV. We can't help it. So this will go into the machine. Now, I saved a little mix. I held back because I thought the guys in the class wanted to see how a variegate is done. The ice cream where it's got swirls of stuff going through it. So we'll make a variegate. You won't see it so much because it's going to be light, but I bought frosting, vanilla frosting. So we'll take vanilla frosting and we'll put it in here. Could eat this stuff with a spoon, I bought 2 different kinds to see which I like better, but I won't know that because they're both going in the same bowl. One is Duncan Hines, one is Pillsbury, one is Betty Crocker. They look the same. And this is going to make our swirl for the honey buns. See, sometimes it's not so simple like the other ones. This is more complex. This is more like cooking. What? You mean like your shirt? Yes. Banana split ice cream I make, which has chocolate, and strawberry, and banana. It looks like your shirt. As a matter of fact, I think it is on your shirt. I got to tell you, you were a joy in class. Okay, so we'll take that, and because we're making honey buns, I thought we would add a little honey, right. So I stole a little honey from Steve. We have a choice. We can use sous bee honey, or we can use organic, pure, raw, 100% honey.
Mine came from artificial bees.
Right. So raise your hand. This one or this one? Okay, it's a no-brainer. So back to the shelf.
Yeah, I'm going to take it back to the store.
Back to the shelf with you guys.
That's awful.
You know where the bees are.
So we'll add some of this to the icing, the frosting. And then we'll mix it up. No whisk here, right? No. Of course not.
There should be.
Of course there should be.
Want me to go look for one?
No, it's all right. I'll use this. And the consistency of what you're going to swirl is subjective, but you'll see later, you'll know exactly what it should be later when we go to swirl it. I'll try to make it good. That's why I held back some of the mix so I can thin it out if I have to. And I'll show you what this looks like in a second. And unfortunately, it won't be a difference in color because we're dealing in beiges. You have the best job in the house, Crystal. Crystal gets to repackage the ice cream and stow it away. And there's always just a tad less stowed away than she's given.
It's one scoop for stowaway, one for Crystal.
One
two
for me,
for stowaway,
right.
1, 2 for Crystal.
All right, this is a pretty good consistency for variegate. And this is icing and honey, and a little cream, of course. This could be really good. It could really be bad. So we're good, right? The rest of the honey we don't need in that, so we'll put it in here. Just because it'll give a segue flavors from this to this. And now we're ready to dump it in. So we've got the mix with the honey buns and the frosting with the sugar, with the mix and the honey, right? And that's it. We're good to go. Huh?
Vanilla?
Vanilla, of course. Of course, let's add some vanilla. To what? This?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll add about 5 ounces, right? None to that?
It's already vanilla.
Okay, you'll be sorry. It's all right, I'll manage. Okay, so we're ready to roll. I'm going to turn the machine on before I add this. Okay?
Sure.
It's thick, and I don't want the torque to have to start from scratch.
It would never hurt it, but
No?
go ahead. No.
Well, what should I do?
Either one, whatever you like. You can pour it all in and start it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll pour it all in.
Let me push my CB350 back. The other camera can't see it.
All right. When you do a variegate, be sure to get everything timed right. So we haven't started the freezing yet because to do the variegate, you're going to have to get all the ice cream into one container and get your other containers lined up, ready so that you can make the variegate and pour it right in, and then you'll be ready to go. So we're pretty close, except for the mess that I was left here. Look at this.
Wow, that was really messy.
Okay, so now we're ready to go. We can start the refrigeration and know that we'll not run out of time. And this is ready to go to be poured onto that and then served into. I'm trying to find clear ones so that we can. Huh? That's the one I was looking for. Actually, this one is nice and clear. We could use this. Right?
Yeah.
This will be able to show you the. Because this always gets oohs and ahs, but it's not a different color, so we won't get so many oohs and ahs. We could throw something in it to give it some color.
What is that?
This is bourbon vanilla. Well, the only thing that would give us really any color is red or brown, and we don't want to do that. So we'll just go with it. It's all about the taste, right? Right, Landry? Right. Okay. What's going to squeeze? Oh, that's right. Where's the the squeeze one and the serve one. Okay. Okay, we're good. Any questions about this? The variegates, when you're serving it, different colors are good. So if we decided to make cherry honey bun, you know, or honey bun cherry jam or something, then we could throw red, something red, cherries, blueberries, raspberries, into this instead of frosting. Had I thought about it, I would have bought chocolate frosting instead of vanilla frosting so that we would see the dark swirls in the ice cream. But I'm not the brightest pencil in the box, so I didn't think of it. It's warm in here, Jack. Okay. So that's a little more honey maybe will make it darker, right?
Chocolate syrup will hurry up a bit, darken
Chocolate syrup, that's what I left out of the NYPD this morning. The reason for it is not because I wanted chocolate syrup in the NYPD coffee, it's because the Taster's Choice is bitter, and 3 or 4 squirts of Hershey's syrup will take away the bitterness. You'll never notice it in there, but it takes away the bitterness of the cheap coffee.
You got maple syrup on the list.
Yeah, I use maple syrup. Oh, I wrote this at 2 in the morning. It was Hershey's syrup.
Oh, that might make it.
That recipe's for a 12. And you would double it. Double it.
Oh my God. Wow.
If you're making, that's a 12. If you wanted to make a 24, it'd be twice the size.
Okay. So just for kicks, just for my own edification, by show of hands, how many people plan on opening a business, a frozen dessert business in 2018?
It's a lot of people.
What are you doing here?
Research.
We're still thinking maybe 2018, maybe 2019.
Really? That much prep time?
Yeah.
Wow.
We've got a lot of other things on the go.
Take it last. Definitely serious, I'll take a class.
Yeah. And in the back, why aren't you ready? I don't know, anyone who didn't raise their hand. What? You aren't though, Charlie.
We're already going, yeah.
Oh, okay, there you go. So what are you doing here?
Just, he's never been to see the machines work.
Good, good. Okay, everyone else, when are you going to open? This year? Where? Nova Scotia.
You know Cow's ice cream up there? That's me.
Nova Scotia, year round? Okay.
Oh, it's warm up there.
Good man. It's not warm up there. I got back from Nova. I was in Nova Scotia about a month ago.
Yeah?
It's not warm up there. It was raining and cold and nasty. And I loved it. Okay, we're happening. We might see a little difference in a variegated, but probably not. But it'll taste good. Very sweet. Did you try it? Did you taste it? This is very sweet. That's okay. Nothing wrong with sweet. We'll try it. There's a garbage can right there. We can always chuck it. Nothing will be as bad as the infamous Sharknado ice cream.
Boy, I'm not going to live that one down.
Steve, see the shark? Steve made Sharknado ice cream. He had this ridiculous idea that candy corn on Halloween would work in ice cream.
They look just like the teeth of a shark.
Yes, it looked like that. That's why you call that. Unfortunately, those get harder than cement. So the only thing that resembles teeth is teeth breaking.
It's true.
And as I recall, the ice cream part of it wasn't bad.
No.
It was the damn candy corn.
Right. Yeah, you remind me.
When you're making something that you're going to variegate, you have to let it get a little thicker than normal. Because if it's not, when you pour the variegate on, it'll just soupy it. It'll dissolve in it. So I like to make it a little longer than I normally do, probably where Steve pulls it, so that when I fold it, it doesn't dissolve. Do you have a question back there?
No.
Well, think of one. Oh, okay.
He's still answering whether or not you're going to open a store in 2018.
Right.
Just a little catching up.
Okay, a little longer than normal. And we'll see what happens. Total experiment here.
Jeff, what were you doing before you got into ice cream?
I was teaching English to at-risk kids
Where?
in Leesburg, Fruitland Park, around there. Lady Lake.
Uh-huh.
That's the answer.
And I didn't know. And what was the, what made you decide one day, hey, I think I'll go into the ice cream business?
Well, the at-risk kids were high school age and not really receptive. And I'm a little bit short on patience. So, you think? So after 2 years, I decided to give it up. And then my wife and I were sitting there and she said, what do you want to do? Because you can't do nothing. And I said, well, I love ice cream. I mean, you like ice cream? To quote Woody Allen, I love ice cream. So she said, open up a store. So I came to this class, and I sat right where that lady with the glasses is sitting, and I said, and I'm totally serious, I said, if that joker can make this junk, I can make good ice cream.
I'm telling you.
It's true. It's a true story. The first ice cream he gave us was, I think it was Merlot ice. Or what's that other wine you use? The red wine you use?
I don't know. Probably Merlot.
Merlot ice. It was vile. And I remember going home and saying, he's in the business. This stuff sucked. We can make great ice cream. And that was the beginning of it. Right there. I knew right away, if he's making it, we can really make it. Ken, can you say sucked on?
We'll give it a good shot.
Okay. So that's it. That's how I started in this business. And I started with a room. By the way, you asked how big? My first ice cream establishment was 8 feet by 9 feet. So I started with 72 square feet. That was my first store, 72 square feet. Now we're at 3,800 and looking to go to 54. Yeah, 72 square feet, you know. Not a lot of tables and chairs, but... Okay, I think we're... I'll try it, I don't know. We did it. It's amazing how simple this is to do. Okay. We are there. The spatula, who's got it? Look, this is what I'm left to use now. Rinse the darn thing off. Probably, but that's all right, this will do. Okay, here comes the variegate now. What? Sure. So this is the variegate. You will see a little difference. It's a little difference in color. All right, so this is what we have in ice cream. And then we're going to take this, pour it over the top, and fold it. I usually 4 times I fold it, we'll see. From the bottom up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then as you put it in here, you squeeze the container so it should create a swirl. Not as visible in this. You can still see the swirl. See it? Is my mic on? And that should give you a taste of this and this in one shot. So let's see if it's any good. Come on, this is your last one of the day.
Now, what are you calling this?
Honeybun. He's staring at Kirsten.
Where's the scoop? No scoop? We're calling it Cinnabon, for lack of a better. Honeybun. Yes, I figured you would.
Thank you, Honeybun.
Now you didn't put sugar in this one, no additional sugar.
No.
I didn't think so. That is pretty good.